Benito and Wahine. I hope each and every one of you feels so welcome. Hey, it is Destiny back, knocking out content for today. As I told you all, I've learned how to do batch content creating. Knocking out at least 10 topics in a day, that way I can relax for 2 to 3 weeks and just edit, post. It works for me. I hope it is a tip for you, because I'm telling you, it works. It saves so much time. You just get a chance to relax in between content day. So, we're down to the last maybe 1-2 topics. And I just want to say before I jump into it, so we can wrap up this day, if you have subscribed to the channel, thank you. I appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, can I get you to do me a favor? Yes, you. Stop right now, hop over, and subscribe to the channel. Get through clowning, we get into this topic, right? Listen, this topic is about, why do people get in a funk about being honest? And when I say being honest, I mean like being a blunt, straightforward, verbal person like myself. Like, why do people take honesty as being mean and being ugly and being nasty and being hateful? Why all those adjectives linked to honesty when it comes to being verbal? I feel like it's okay if you're not a person that's well-spoken or outspoken. That's cool. If that's not your thing, it's not your thing. But does it come from the sensitive people? Is it the sensitive people that feel that way? Like, where does that come from, that when you're being honest with somebody about anything, they take it as a negative? They, like, to me, I'm going to take it to the chin. Take it to the chin. Just take it to the chin. I don't care. Please be honest with me. That's my thing. I'm honest first, before anything. I love honesty. It just feels better. It's when people say they need to relax, release, relate, and all, that's my release. To let you know exactly how I feel. I'm not fulfilled in telling you a half story or not my true, honest, deeply rooted gut feel. It do me no good to have to, as they call it, half-ass. If I have to, if I have to say something to you, and it does me no good. So being honest with people, it's just, for me, fulfilling. It's the only thing I'm going to do first. I'm going to always be honest first. And there's this saying out there like, I didn't sign up for this, or I didn't ask for that, or I didn't ask your opinion. Baby, I'm going to tell you right now, straight to the core, from the heart. If you never want the honest truth from me, please never ask for it. Never ask, because I'm the person that believes wholeheartedly, if you ask for it, it's exactly what you're going to get. And you can't use the excuse of, well, who asked you for your opinion, or I didn't ask for it, or I didn't sign up for this. If you ask me, the very first thing that my mind and my personality knows how to do is give you the honest truth. There's just other situations and circumstances as why I may kind of soften the blow or lighten the load, but my first response is the truth. That's just it. And I just kind of want to hit on this real life, very short topic to wrap up the night. But how do you feel about that? Like, do you struggle with being honest with people because you are trying to soften the blow, or you don't want to offend or hurt people's feelings, or you don't want to be misunderstood, or you don't want people to be mad at you? Do you struggle with it? I don't struggle with it. Now, when I say I don't struggle with it, I don't. I'm gonna be honest first, and I don't mean to sound mean by saying I don't care how you feel. But I say that in the sense of, if you ask for it, then you're going to get what you're asking for. So then I don't care if you're asking me to be honest. Do I soften the blow at times and for certain people? Absolutely. I don't feel good about it. I don't. There are people that I will probably deliberately sort of kind of bring it down for, simply because I just know by nature they're sensitive people. There's no sense in me just being, my stern self with someone I know that you kind of have to tiptoe around because that's just their personality. Now, I don't even really jive too well with a person that's kind of like me, a little tough exterior, and then you want to get sensitive in certain situations, like when it's convenient for you. Now that I'm calling your bluff. I'm like, baby, I know you too well. I've known you too long, and all the things, right? And you are not sensitive. So those people that know me and I know them, baby, have alligator skin, have tough skin. Not that I'm ever gonna come at you rude or disrespectful on purpose, but I'm, I'm usually stern, so you kind of have to have tough skin to deal with me for real, because of how I am. And again, there's no sense in me trying to um, diminish who I am to appease you because you want to be in a sensitive space and it's not really who you are. People that I know are in that space, I get it. I'm not going to always come full throttle the way I am, my whole 100% personality. I get that. But at the same time, I don't like to be who I am and people always take me wrong, misinterpret or misunderstand where I'm coming from. It's super annoying. Um, I'm a kind, genuine, loving person first. It takes a whole lot. There are some things that can get me rattled and take me there, and I come at you rah rah. But it's the thing that took me there. It's something that happened. That's not my first personality. It is not who I am. First encounter, first conversation, first text, email. That's not who I am. So to be deemed or called rude, mean, hateful, disrespectful, all those things because I gave you an honest statement, an honest opinion. And again, it's if you ask me for it, I'm giving you honesty. So if you don't want honesty, don't ask. Um, and it's that thing again when people say I didn't sign up for this or things of that nature. I'm like, um, you signed up for it if you're talking to me, especially if you're a person that know me, because you know my character, you know my personality, you know how I speak. I'm usually blunt. So you did sign up for it. You know who I am. And again, just have alligator skin dealing with me just because that's how straight shooter, that's how I am. And I don't call myself mean and hateful, walk around just mean and hateful. That's not who I am. But again, situations and things and people in a disrespectful situation obviously can take anybody there, clearly could take me there. So I just don't know why people are so comfortable calling everything you being mean, you being rude, you being disrespectful, you being all the things. I'm like, you know, how do you handle that? Do you kind of soften your tone generally with people so that you're not considered to be mean? Do you have select people that you know you have to kind of tiptoe around all the time on a regular basis? Every conversation, every situation has to be tiptoeing around that person? Or are you just like me generally? You're just you. And people have to take you how you are, take who you are, and you have to kind of maybe explain it a lot because you refuse to soften your tone or fix who you are and how you are, and you just give it to them raw. And then when those situations arise, you have to explain yourself. Oh, I didn't mean it this way. I didn't mean it that way. I do that because I've been told so many times in my life that I'm too harsh and my words cut deep. And I've had people actually tell me they'd rather I spit on them than to use my mouth on them. I'm like, it's not that bad. But I mean, when I'm angry, I guess I can cut a little deep. But I've actually, I mean, in my past, younger years, when I really didn't care what I said, is when somebody said that, not in my full adult life. I'm very mindful, more mindful of how I speak to people. But in my younger years, baby, don't even make me mad, because you be bleeding out the side of your neck. Like, who cut me and I never touched you? That's just how bad my mouth used to be, have been in my past when I was younger. I didn't care. And for me, words don't mean as much. Words just don't hurt me or cut deep. And I think in my younger years, the reason I was like that, I didn't feel like other people had feelings because I felt like I didn't have any feelings. Like, you can't hurt my feelings with words. And I didn't think I hurt other people's feelings with words. So that's why that was so brutal when I was much younger. It was horrible. Mindful of how I speak, which is why I say um, I will compose a text and look at it like, it's depending on the person. That person might take it this way, so let me, I do that with a few people, but typically my first personality is give it to you raw. Give it to you raw, unfiltered. Give it to you raw. Yeah. And not to be mean, it's just how I think and how I feel. I speak that. I don't know how to buffer it first, unless I'm texting. Verbally, I'm giving it to you raw. That let me. Because I'm like I'm sounding kind of contradictory with my previous video, but that I just made it make sense for myself. Texting, I have time to look at it, think about it, read it. So I may tone it down some, so not to cause conflict. Baby, this when I'm speaking, we know I'm a busy brain. We know I'm always talking. I think quick. I move. It comes out. So that's where I probably get that more so clash, if anything. My first mindset is tell you the truth. I am brutally honest. And again, some people say being brutally honest is being mean. No, it's just being brutally honest. Don't attach nothing else to it. It's not being mean. Being direct is being mean. Being straightforward is being mean. Do the people even know what being mean is? Because that's not it. Being mean is when you're just nasty, when you're giving unsolicited um, words of advice that no one asked you for. That's when I would deem it to be mean. Like, no one even asked for that. You're just being mean. You're just saying stuff that nobody wanted to hear that. But again, I just want to know, why do we think that happens? I mean, I think I know people just can't take the truth. People are sensitive, they're soft, they're timid. If I know that the person that I'm dealing with is soft or timid, that's the time I'll soften the blow. I don't want to come off as being mean, right? To somebody I know that's their personality. They're very timid and they don't like a lot of my tough exterior. So I will be for that reason. The question to this topic is, questions, who do we think may be the people that do that the most? Would it be the sensitive people that just don't know how to, toughen up and take somebody saying something serious and they just get in their feelings and they're the ones always complaining? Why is it always associated with being mean when we're being direct? I'm sure I'm doing this video and I know there's a subscriber out there looking right at me right now thinking, yeah, I'm pretty much a straight shooter. I shoot straight from the hip. I'm kind of stern. I'm kind of blunt. I'm outspoken. And you know what I'm talking about. Why do you feel like it's associated with being mean? Do you get that? Or if you're an outspoken person and you say what you feel and feel what you say and it comes right out, have you had, I'm sure you've had it at some point, but has it been a habit? Has it been a routine thing? Or has it just been once or twice in your life? Let me know how you navigate that thing, because sometimes I work on it, sometimes I don't. And for me, I think it comes by way of, if I'm having a high anxiety, high tension, high energy day, that's probably when I'm more mindful to be careful how I speak to people, because my day may have already started off as rockers. I may have already been upset a few times throughout my day. So I feel like I need to tread light with everybody I speak to. It could be somebody I know, don't know, barely know a lot. I'm just light with everybody because I don't want to offend somebody. That's probably the time I'm really mindful of it. Other than that, I'm just me, and I choose to be me. I don't really like to tweak too much who I am. Why? I just shouldn't have to. I just wish more people would just understand that when someone's speaking their mind, it's called communication, conversation, being expressive. And I think we should learn that there's a difference when somebody's being mean. The nature of the conversation, the tone of the conversation is going to let you know whether sometimes people call you being mean and rude where it's not even warranted. The whole conversation, you're sitting here goofing off and laughing, and then all of a sudden somebody say, "Why did you just say that? You hurt my feelings," or "That was mean." And you be like, we were joking." Like, it's just weird to me when some people do it. I don't know if they're deflecting, having their own personal issue, why people flip the switch to we're goofing off, laughing, we good, we cool, to you're being mean or you're being rude, whatever that thing is. Kind of a little light topic, but one that just kind of hit me, and just wanted to know what you all thought about it. Why do people associate that way? Have you experienced it? How do you navigate it? What are some tips? I always say, if you can, drop some tips down in the comment section. If for somebody that may be experiencing it, if you have, and what are your takeaways? Do you have any takeaways for the other family members on the channel? What do you suggest people do to avoid it, to smooth it out if they have that bump in the road with somebody? At my age, I'm tired of explaining myself to people, so I've learned in the past few years, I used to have to always explain. I never liked to be misunderstood. I had to iron everything out with everybody. Baby, right now, bye. I said it in the previous video. Probably sounds like I'm kind of repeating some of the same stuff, and I may be, but I don't have time. I have time to do content before I be trying to figure out who I offended, why I offended. Unless I know. If I know I did something wrong, I'm coming at you to fix it, correct it. But yeah, just telling me that my bluntness and my being outspoken and my directness is mean, that's not going to fly with me. And it's not too much I'm going to tweak in conversations with you because you think that. Especially if you know who I am. So that's it. That's it on that topic. I'm going to hop off of here. I got one more. And we're going to shut it down for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. I feel like I repeat myself a lot in this video. So please give me grace. Please forgive me. I apologize. I will see you all next time.